The next question I do have for you, where do you see the future of Jiu-Jitsu heading? Is it going to be more gi orient or no gi orientated? Will we see the return of the gi, or what's your opinion?
A lot of people kind of talk about the gis dying off and all of this. Honestly, if I look at it from purely from sales data for the brand, as soon as we drop the gi, the gis sell way better than the no gi gear. So I don't know where this kind of rhetoric of gi is dead has come from. I think it's just that no gi athletes are more active on social media. It's back to social media. Like, you have the usual ones, everyone knows them, but they're just more active. That's all it is. It's probably a bit more exciting to watch. Yeah, fair enough. I think the idea with Subvault, like the main part of that idea is to try and, obviously we did it as a no-gi event because it was on an MMA show as a test match, but the idea is to make gi jiu-jitsu more watchable, to get people who don't do jiu-jitsu watching it, because yeah, fair enough, like even for myself, like I train a lot more in the gi than I do no gi, just because there's more availability of classes within the gym and stuff. But I think that gi can be exciting to watch if the right incentive is there in the matches, and that's what I'm going to hope to do with Subvault. But I still think that it probably is bigger than no gi still. Look, you have the wrestling element, and you'll get people coming in like Nicky Rod, for example, who just have just pure athletic freaks and will do well in no gi.
Yep.
Versus in the gi, you need to be more technical, and you need to be more I don't want to say talented, I don't really agree with that word, but you need to be more committed maybe. But I think for the future of jiu-jitsu it's always gi jiu-jitsu is going nowhere, let's be honest about it. Like it's not, it is still probably bigger. Maybe we have a different perspective on it because we live in a cold country and we don't mind training in the gi. It'd probably be different if I lived somewhere that was 40 degrees all the time. But I do think both are around to stay. They're kind of separating into almost two different sports at this stage. Which do I prefer? I like watching both, to be honest. Like, I like events like Polaris where they put on an odd gi match. The no gi matches can be fucking boring as well. Like, let's be honest about it. It can just be a stalemate of two lads collar tying and just pushing each other back and forward. Like that. Was it Owen Livesey and the Russian guy on the last Polaris? I don't know if it was the last one or the one before. They just literally pushed each other around for a few minutes. I was like, this is fucking boring, man. Like, yeah, that's why you need some sort of an incentive. But like, you're going to get boring matches on both sides of the sport. You're going to get exciting matches on both sides of the sport. So look, the both here, neither one's dying off. Neither one's better than the other. Like, I like both. So let's just everyone just get on about it and stop arguing. Like, I don't know why, but there's just, I suppose it's just a general societal thing now that people just love arguing about things. They want to have something to argue about. Just train both, shut the fuck up and move on. Like,
no, 100%. Like,
there's your soundbite to put out as a clip.
Yeah. For myself, my timetable works with the gi, but I prefer the gi myself. I like having those grips. I like, just being able to like grind the pressure on the people, which you probably didn't get seeing today because I was doing I don't even know what I was doing today, just like going around like a spinning top at times. But I prefer the gi, and as you said, like a lot of people are like, oh, the gi matches are boring, but it depends on the competitor. Like if you watch a Tainan Dalpra match, man,
I'll watch him all day. I am obsessed with that man, honestly. He's so good. That just every match there's always something to it. He's never in a boring match. So you tell me Guy's dead, watch Tainan Dalpra matches back to back to back and tell me Guy's dead. It's like, no,
it's a masterclass. Every match is a masterclass, and every run he does, you'll see he's implementing something new, and you're going to see everyone is going to go on to whatever platform they're consuming their videos, watching that, studying him, and then breaking it down. Like if you have competitors like that, you are not going to have boring matches. Whereas you have lads who, I even said it to Patrick Sheridan when we were doing our podcast, you have people who will play the game and try and win by advantage. That's boring.
Yeah. And you're going to get that, especially in IBJJF competition, because you need to kind of conserve energy and all that stuff. But if you're in an invitational match, but even Tainan doesn't do that. Tainan just goes out for a kill, 30 seconds, he's done, on to the next match. But if you're in an invitational, it should be more exciting. It isn't always the case. But yeah, look, there's other athletes as well. Fabricio Andrea is another one that I absolutely adore. I just love watching him. He's so fun to watch. Gi and no gi. That what was that invitational he did recently where he got to the final and he was one of the lightest people in it?
Polaris.
Was it Polaris? Yeah, it was the Polaris. That or
Kind of, he
open
went up
weight
against, wasn't
Grand Prix thing that they did. Yeah, like, yeah, it's no gi, but like, it doesn't matter if you watch him in the gi or no gi. It's unbelievable to watch. Yeah, it's same with Tainan. So yeah, okay, it depends on the athlete too. If they want to make it exciting, they'll make it exciting. I like the gi because it can slow things down sometimes when I'm tired, and I think honestly that's why some actual top athletes prefer the gi and won't move over to no gi, because they just know they're not fit enough, and they can use the gi and control you a little bit more, and they don't have to worry about slippiness and not having grips, etc., etc. Yeah, I don't know. It's just an excuse, I think.